Anybody see Yolanda?
I'm coming. If you're new here, hi, welcome in. I'm Yolanda, mom, wife, stylist, designer, creative director, and about a million other things. This is episode 2, but really, it's episode 1 because this is our first full episode. And we're starting exactly where I started at in my fashion journey, and that's in vintage. As someone that came into fashion later in life, don't judge me. I didn't grow up knowing designers. I didn't go to fashion school. I didn't have a huge budget. But what I did have was curiosity. And you know what I was curious about? I was curious. My clothing obsession was growing. Not my pockets, but the obsession with clothes. And some of the pieces that were sticking out to me the most were pieces that were older than me. In my day, where I'm from, vintage wasn't in. I don't remember much conversation around vintage clothing or sustainability, but it was accessible. Big thrift energy over here. You know what else vintage was? It was unique. It stood out. And who wants to walk in somewhere and you literally see a carbon copy of your outfit? Not me. Anyway, I don't know all the rules of fashion. As stated before, I didn't go to fashion school. And honestly, I'm still learning. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And I'm also still deciding even if I want to play by the fashion rules. But let me put on my serious face for a minute. Vintage taught me something super important early on. It was that you didn't need the newest pieces to make a statement. All you needed was your, talking to you, point of view. Now, let's play a game. And it's called I'm going to try to state art of style, timeline, and or history, or both, whatever you call it, in 30 seconds or less. Now listen, you guys, if I don't say it in 30 seconds, let me know in the comments that I gotta step my game up, okay? Gonna do a quick countdown. 3, 2, 1. 2015, I started sourcing vintage to collect. Didn't know where I was gonna go with it yet, but I know I had to have certain pieces. Couldn't let them go. 2019, LLC was created. This girl was official. 2019, COVID hit that same year and literally the whole world stopped, including this vintage business that I just started. I didn't know anything about, but we all were at home. We all were on the internet, on our phones, and I found a Instagram vintage community that I started connecting with. We'll get into that later on as well. 2022, we opened our first location on Adam Street. I mean, I am a uptown girl. 2023, we moved to another location. 2025, we're at our final location, 1021 North Broad in New Orleans. If you come see us Tuesday through Saturday, follow us on Instagram. Woo! Now, remember I told you guys we were going to take this fashion journey together. Episode 1, if you watch, you better have watched. I said we were going to make some mistakes. We're going to make mistakes together. And child, episode 1 had a little faux pas going on. There was a lot of something going on. We're going to make mistakes. First of all, I apologize if that offended anyone. Second of all, I got 5 kids and breastfed them. These things are going on. But when I say we're going to make mistakes together, this is what I meant. I learned I can't wear that blazer on YouTube no more. We're going to make mistakes. I cannot wear that without some type of undergarment under it. See, I'm messing up because I'm so nervous, you guys. I wanted that first episode to be perfect, but why? We're not perfect. No one's never perfect. And like I said, we're going to make mistakes together. Now, let's get into some vintage because that's what we're here for. Now, you guys, I know we said we were going to get into some vintage, but can we just get into this look for a minute? You guys might ask me, Yolanda, I know you're doing a YouTube channel. We know you want to look cute, but Really? And I say yes. You know why? I had a fashion show to go to. So if you guys follow me on Instagram at Your Love Styles, you'll see some footage that I captured from the fashion show. It was called New Orleans Independent Fashion Show, and it was amazing. And more importantly, I looked amazing. Okay, now enough about me. Let's get into the vintage. And now a word from our sponsors. Said sponsor. Today's episode of Late to the Look was brought to you by Art of Style, located at 1021 North Broad Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. See this baby? She could be yours too. Stop on by, and remember, Art of Style. Fashion is art, so start creating. Let's get into this look, you guys. First of all, I call this beautiful 80s sequin and beaded gown Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, you guys might ask me. I don't know why. Literally, that just the impression, the emotion that I felt when I sourced her at an estate sale. She was a pricey babe, but I had to take her home, okay? Ladies, you know, sometimes we just got to give up the coin. Anyway, what I love is the multicolor, the cut, and that is grounded by the black bottoms. And then the black is in the area that, you know, ladies, we like a little slimming, cut out here. So for a little touch of showing some skin, giving dynasty. We all love dynasty. I mean, if you don't love dynasty. Anyway, has a zipper in the back. And you guys, she has a cutout. And you guys know, this is one of the sexiest areas on a woman. I say one of them. Her mind being the first one. Now, accessories. If you're not ready to go full on glam, full on ba boom, start with the accessories. Something as simple as a necklace, earring, or a bag. These are the very easiest way to incorporate vintage into your wardrobe. Start off here, end up here. Also, end up here. Art of Style. In conclusion, you guys, I've always wanted to say that. Remember, if you're late to the look, you're right on time. And if you're on time, what are you even wearing? I'm Yolanda, and this is Late to the Look.